This is usually where I go the other way.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, Reese, that's back-to-back
Yeah.
graphics.
Can't do it.
It's week 0.
Can't do it. Maybe now, though. So let's pick some conference champions. Got ahead of this.
Watching a little bit of College Game Day before.
ACC play starts at the top of the hour down at Aviva Stadium. Florida State and Georgia Tech playing. Who ends up winning the Atlantic Coast Conference?
Neither one of those two teams. I have Cam Ward in the Miami Hurricanes.
Okay.
The U's back.
Coach, what do you
is back.
Well, I think that Florida State and Clemson are neck and neck with Miami, also very competitive. But since Clemson has to go to Florida State, I pick Florida State. They may play again in the championship game, but they may get Miami. So one of those three teams will come out of this, but I'm picking Florida State.
Love NC State, love Clemson, love Florida State, love this Georgia Tech team because they got
Why can't I get my...
Shanahan, the punter from Ireland, bombing balls for them.
There we go.
But for me, long shot, Virginia Tech is who I absolutely love this year. A lot of returning starters, read option quarterback, all offensive linemen are back. Going to be tough to handle, especially with a home field advantage that they have.
I'm going to go with the team who has Kirk's biggest supporters club, and that's FSU. So I'm going to go FSU for the ACC.
Yeah. I thought I was going to have you hanging around me if I stayed here more than 10 hours. I haven't been here long.
Hey, if you pay me enough, fellow, I'll hang around.
I think,
as long as they're buying as well, man, I'm good.
I think, yeah, we can do that for sure. I got the depth of this conference this year is going to be much better than it's been. You just heard the guys go through the list of teams. Some of the obvious ones with Clemson and Florida State, Miami. You're right about Virginia Tech, North Carolina State, North Carolina, Georgia Tech. This is a different league this year than it's been in the past. With that being said, I think people are sleeping on Clemson, making fun of Dabo. It's exactly what he wants, playing right into Clemson. Clemson's going to win the ACC. They're going to get a bye in that playoff.
Big Ten champion.
Big Ten champ. We'll go with the Oregon Ducks. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people. I think Oregon's going to win the conference. I got the Oregon Ducks.
They just made their day over there. Look,
You would
Oregon. That's no.
they flew all the way over just to hear that.
There would be nothing that could get you to do that.
It would be like giving the benefit of the doubt to someone who just earned reasonable doubt.
My goodness. Well, I think Ohio State and Oregon are the two teams in this league that obviously have the best opportunity to win a championship. But I think Ohio State's going to be a little better in the trenches. I think that's going to be Oregon's problem up front, offensive line, defensive line, playing in this league week in and week out. So I'm picking Ohio State.
Michigan going to be a lot better than anybody thinks. I'm on the same side as Kirk Herbstreit from earlier. Oregon's awesome. Love what Lanning's doing. Coming into a new conference, though, that would be a wild move. Just come in and just win the Big Ten outright.
That is wild. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Just strictly because of the amount of investment.
Yeah, they've got too much talent.
I think the Buckeyes have to finally win one here.
Yeah, Ohio have the best. I think they've got the best roster in years. They look really, really impressive. My next door neighbor's a huge Ohio State fan. She takes care of my dogs, so when I'm away, so I'm gonna have to go to Ohio State.
Smart.
What kind of dogs do you have?
We've got mutts, a lot of mutts,
okay.
you know.
How many you get?
We had 4, we now have 3.
Any
Okay.
sweet names? Like any super
Frodo.
great name?
Frodo.
Big feet, named after it looked like a hobbit of a dog. And then we got Betty. We got Don, who's the leader of the pack.
That's the
smallest
leader?
dog. Yeah.
That's the alpha?
She's the alpha, yeah.
We love dogs on this show. I'm going to go with Ohio State, but I am going to say that Oregon, we'll talk about in a second. Michigan, I talked about earlier. I think Michigan's going to be a team that gets into the playoff. I think they're going to be much better despite all the losses. But boy, Penn State, if Drew Aller and those receivers come along, James Franklin could have a great team this year.
Let's think of this as if we're in
I
two-minute
agree.
offense here. Big 12 champ.
Big 12. Here we go.
Talked a lot about this team
It's gonna be interesting to see what they say.
It's gonna be dependent upon their
They're gonna say
quarterback.
Utah. Yeah, they're gonna say
I'm
Utah.
with Utah. You know, with Cam Rising coming back and the physical play that Utah, the way they played defense in the past, I just think they're the team to beat in that league.
Garrett Green's running wild, brother. West Virginia's winning the Big 12. No players ranked in the top 100. Neil Brown grew a goatee. He put an American flag hat on and said, "I'm sick of this."
West Virginia.
West Virginia wins Big 12.
What a goober.
Saw the goatee?
Saw the lack of respect. He's like, I don't know who's voting on this.
You said goatee, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the
Yeah. That's the key.
difference.
Yeah, Virginia. Pat bribed me on the way over.
Pat, right.
West Virginia Day. I get free plane rides to Raw every week. So
Sheamus picking West Virginia too. So stupid.
Yeah, forget it. I got Utah. Cam Rising's being back. He's healthy. I think
Nobody picked Oklahoma State. That's what we like to see, though. Like that's what I like. Good. I don't want anybody to. I don't want anybody's heads getting big. I like being the underdog.
But somebody's got to prove that they can beat Georgia. So I gotta pick Georgia.
Dang. Nick picking Georgia.
for me. AJ Styles, one of the guys I work with, massive Bulldogs guy, and obviously been so impressive, national champions over the last couple of years as well.
AJ Styles, Bulldogs guy.
Georgia as well.
All Georges.
Easy. Get to the conference championship game. Who wins the national championship?
You didn't
Ooh.
like my pick for the Big Ten. You're not gonna like my national champion pick. I've got Oregon, the Ducks, winning it all.
The Ducks. Come on, dude. They've never won. They're never. No. Fart for follow. What the fuck? Not what I expected to see in the first comment today. Not what I expected to see. That's hilarious. No. What the heck? That's wild.
To your point about Georgia improving it, it's like the way last year ended for the Georgia Bulldogs, with the way Kirby Smart coaches, with the way that locker room is pieced together.
Can't get over that. That's funny.
About not being in the college football playoff because the Florida State fans were complaining so loud.
I'll send you $40. Okay.
Lose to a great Alabama team last week.
Oh man,
I think Kirby
that's
has used all of
funny.
that all off season. I think you got some mean dogs showing up this year with a lot to prove. Give me Joel.
I gotta switch this here.
National champs. We're in Dublin City. We're in Ireland. I gotta go with the fighting Irish Notre Dame. Listen, last year, this street here, Dame Street, is one of the most historic streets in this city. They changed this street from Dame Street to Notre Dame.
A burp. You might get a burp for free. Yeah, you might get a burp. You might have to hang around a little bit. That's just inevitable, I feel like.
He's going to be the guy to bring the gold back. And there's going to be two ND plates on this championship at the end of the year.
Wow.
I love that.
Picking the Irish.
I'm with Dez. I picked Ohio State to win the Big Ten, but remember, now they get into the playoff. Who makes the run into the playoff? I have Dan Lanning, Dilly
Wow.
Oregon playing Georgia in the national championship. I got Oregon winning it all.
Wow.
And so now that we've looked ahead, let's look to the precious present, what's about to kick off at Aviva Stadium. Coors Light Saturday selection. Florida State, Georgia Tech here in Dublin. Who wins the game, Doug?
No, we talked about the trenches. And I just
My favorite Midwest sports page. That's a good one.
I think Georgia Tech is going to do a great job in this game of being able to run the ball.
I think.
They don't turn it over. They can play a little better defense.
Man, that's a good one.
State's got too much speed,
Oh,
too much size,
feed's
but Georgia
freaking
Tech
out.
got the first win of the season.
I'm really looking forward to
I
watching
really.
the football. With this offense.
Man, I'm kind of torn right now. There's.
Look for DJ to use that run game to set up, play action, take shots.
Hold on.
I think Haynes King can hang around with Jamal Haynes, but I think Florida State wins this.
I'm torn between a couple, but I don't want to.
That I was going to pick Georgia Tech this morning because of a doofus at the hotel.
Don't want to say it wrong.
With that being said, everything that's happened this offseason, a lot has been said. This crowd was remarkable. And then when I saw those warm-up clips of that Florida State team and the way they were acting.
Sorry, 1 second. Somebody's texting me.
By a lot. I like Florida State by a lot here in Ireland.
Oh my
Shout out to the
goodness.
Georgia Tech team in the basement.
You know,
I mean, look, I'm biased. I'm an Oklahoma State fan. I like Pistol Rick. I mean, his content's amazing. I do like what's his name, the Iowa State guy. I can't think of his freaking name right now.
this country is built on underdog stories. And Georgia Tech are an underdog. And we have a Kerry man
Hold on.
doing you know what you
I feel
do? Punting
I feel
for
stupid
Georgia
that I can't think of his name. I'm about to find it.
I would be that back in the country if I didn't pick Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech is the pick from Seamus, and we are ready.
Cyclone Larry, jeez. Cyclone Larry or Pistol Rick, man. Gotta be. What's up, Pokesview on YouTube? Welcome. No, I won't fart for $40. Grant? Who's Grant? Grant. I don't know who that page is. I don't think I've heard of Grant. I feel stupid now. Unless I'm getting bombarded. Here we go. College football is underway, man. Florida State, Georgia Tech. I've got Florida State winning this game. I don't know why, but Oklahoma State, I'm gonna turn this down. Oklahoma State, we had some beef against the Georgia Tech head coach, so I have to go against Georgia Tech. So I'll turn it back up. Joe Tessitore, Jesse Palmer on the call. Gotta love Jesse. Yeah, it's split right now. You got some on Twitch, some on YouTube. I'm really glad nobody on game day picked Oklahoma State to win the Big 12. It's really nice. I like having a chip on our shoulders, returning 20 starters and the best running back in the country. I love everybody just sleeping on him. Like that's really good. Like legitimately. I don't want everybody to pick us because it's just, you know, it just doesn't work well for us. We play the best when we have a chip on our shoulder. So.
And a lot of other really talented players, Joe, that I think are going to become household names here at Florida State this season. No question, Florida State believes they've got the talent, they've got the roster to compete for an ACC championship and a berth in the college football playoff in the new format. But they got to start fast.
Yeah, Florida State's probably going to make the playoff. This new format is just so, you know, I'm so excited about the new playoff format. It's great. Really don't have an excuse anymore, you know. Hulu decided to go out. Oh, wow. That sucks. Oh, yeah, like Hulu plus live TV. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just watching on my browser. I've got my PC going. So I've got ESPN Plus. I've got like cable subscription. So it's like I've got so many backups. Like if one stops working, you know, watching it on your phone is tough though. Oh, well, I guess the ESPN app, that could be on your like Roku or Fire Stick, I guess. I didn't think about that. Yeah, college football's back, baby. By the way, got my Ireland shirt on. But I was just not intending to wear it, but it was in the it was in there. You got the you got the bundle. Yeah, they forgot they've added that. Honestly, one of college football's greatest traditions, right? Florida State, Tomahawk Chop, it's just goated.
The 9th major college football game ever played in Ireland.
There we go. Dang, it is packed. Holy cow. That's like, I mean, I guess that's not that surprising. I don't know. Sometimes these international games, you just never know what you're going to get. But, like with NFL, you'd expect it, but like college, man, like this stadium is packed.
Here we go. A whole new look of college football.
Here we go, baby. Welcome to the 24 college football season. Oh yeah, beat me to the punch. Yeah, it's just so good. Like in Tallahassee at night, and the whole stadium chanting it a cappella with no like, you know, nothing coming out of the speakers. Like it's like just gives chills. You know, I just love it. DJ Uyagale. Wish his name was easier to say, dude. Like, his last name just sounds like you're choking on something. All right, good little pass.
And there's a really good example of play caller Mike Norvell getting DJU comfortable and in a rhythm. Little bootleg, get him outside the pocket, easy throw to the Alabama transfer Roydell Williams. Again,
Oh yeah, they have. Do they have in-helmet things now? So that was a thing in college football forever. Like, they couldn't have in-helmet anything for the quarterback, which I think is the dumbest thing ever. You can literally have it in high school and in the NFL, and then well, which is typical. College is just, I don't know why. It's just the systems. It takes so much longer to get it. So used to watching football from the behind the quarterback. Yeah, and yeah, there it is, in-helmet communication. Yeah. Okay, I knew I wasn't making stuff up. Yeah, that's new. I'm just glad that college football's finally catching up. Yeah, that's great. All the stupid signs and all that stuff. Like, you don't have to worry about sign stealing now. Ooh, old jet motion. Who's the underrated team to look out for this year? As a whole, that's a good question. Let me look at the top 25. I want to make sure and it could be somebody out of this top 25. I think Penn State is being very much slept on for Oregon and Ohio State, and I think their roster is very good. Their receivers are good. It's just about if their quarterback can step up. I wouldn't say they're the most underrated, though. I mean, honestly, it might be a hot take, but like, the fact that Michigan won the national championship, I know they lost a lot of people. They lost their head coach, but you got a lot of guys returning too. They're pretty underrated. The most underrated, though, gosh, that's really tough. Oh wow, yeah, they're just carving them up right now. You think? Gosh, that's such a good question, and I'm just like, you'd expect that I would like know that off the top of my head. I do think that Oklahoma State's being slept on a lot, and like I said earlier, I'm glad for that. Dude, Georgia Tech cannot wrap up. That was so bad. Jeez, he just dragged the linebackers like the last 4 yards there. You said Iowa. If Iowa can show that they have an offense that can score points, yeah. I just don't, it's like one of those things, like, I'll believe it when I see it. It's their offense has just been absolutely non-existent. Yeah, I think Kansas is honestly, like, if I had to pick one, I would probably pick Kansas. I think that's a very, very good team. Wow, dude, they just got torched. They just did like an inside zone split. Touchdown, Knowles. Wow. That Lawrence Tofali. Yeah, dude, that Georgia Tech looks like that was so bad. They just like got blocked. Yeah, here we go. Here's a good view. Yeah, so this is an inside zone split. Watch this. Yeah, just that kick block on the outside. I mean, dude, that's way too easy. Those linebackers were just. Oh my God, dude, they didn't even cut over fast enough.
Opens up the season with Alex Mastromano,
Dude.
senior punter, lining up on the direct
I love that from Florida State. Honestly, like, just,
Special teams coordinator John Papuchis, who always
wow.
has something up his sleeve, opens up the season with that. For the
That is bold. That's like a college football video game thing. Let's watch this. Oh, they did swinging gate.
They've got all their bodies in here. They're not adjusting and getting everybody out to the left side, so instead of shifting everybody back in, Mastromano just lines up, they flip it out.
That's crazy, dude. Georgia Tech fans, we're approximately 15 minutes into the season, and they're already hanging the noose. That's crazy.
And then you get the 2-point conversion.
Oh, my goodness. Georgia Tech fans on suicide watch already. Oh, my God. That's so down bad.
one of the great special teams coordinators.
Gotta love it, though, with all the, like, the little beef that some of us had with Georgia Tech fans out of nowhere. I think we literally just decided, yeah, let's just have beef with them for no reason.
On the return.
Should have just taken the fair catch. Would have had 5 yards.
Mason Arnold. I want to go back, watch this
What a
play.
wild start to the season.
As Mason Arnold
I need a wellness check.
takes the far angle snap. Look at that. And that's how they get it over to Courtney.
Oh yeah, for Iowa, yeah,
And that's what
I don't know either. Maybe, maybe it's just like a thing where everybody talks about, like, oh my gosh, they have a bad offense, and that gets in the head of all these young players, and they're like, oh, I don't want to go be in a bad offense, so they go somewhere else. I mean, just a thought, but I don't know. They got Cade McNamara, who originally was, I believe, he played at Michigan. Started there. I mean, this dude's got experience for sure. How? Let me see how old he is. I actually forgot. He's a senior, so I mean, I assume he has like a year or two more of eligibility, just because it doesn't say redshirt senior. It doesn't say anything else. They always get. Everybody's always got 2 more years of eligibility somehow.
With armor all, a little bit of this.
Yeah, no, most underrated team though is Kansas. To answer that question earlier, I think that's my pick, and I know they are Big 12, but like that's definitely my pick. They're just Lance Leipold, what he's been able to do at Kansas has been amazing. I'm very, very happy for Kansas, honestly. Some of their fans kind of get a big head sometimes, but in general, it's just good that they're halfway decent. You think Iowa State's going to be underrated? Yeah. I think they're going to be, honestly, they're probably going to have some upsets, but I think that they're going to have some unexpected losses. They do have a better roster than they had last year, I think, overall, but
someone needs to customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Let's fly.
I don't think their ceiling is Big 12 championship, personally. I think their ceiling is, just outside of it, probably. But I do think they are underrated for what the media and everybody's saying.
Only pay for what you need.
Got to remember to mute that. We don't need to listen to Liberty Mutual commercials. Let me see here. So the other games on today, there was like a few others. Home. Oh wait, no, I need to do schedule. Yeah, so we got Florida State, Georgia Tech, obviously the big one, and then SMU, Nevada, I guess. Montana State, New Mexico, Delaware State, and Hawaii. Yeah, I mean, this one is the only moderately good game. I guess the SMU one is at least a Power 4 team playing Nevada. Then let's, here, I'll actually, Well, we're actually back. I want to look at some of these games coming up next week when we get back. It's just raining.
A dirty-looking sky and sheets of rain for Georgia Tech's first offensive possession.
It really is. Baylor, honestly, like they've kind of tanked themselves. I think Dave Aranda is in some trouble if he can't do something this season. Dude almost wiped out on that motion. I don't know if y'all saw that. Oh, that was a good run.
With a lot of success out to the 35-yard line before he's taken down by Joshua Farmer.
A lot of offense so far. This might be a high-scoring game.
A 14-yard run for Jamal Haynes.
There we go. Let's get in the call. I'm so glad that they did that. Honestly, like, I think 4 years ago, where, like, all the complaints that we had about college football were like, oh my gosh, we need to do all this stuff. And then finally, a lot of it's come to fruition. A little jet sweep. It's almost first down. It might be just short. Yeah, second one. Baylor going to give Utah fits in week 2. Oh, that's... yeah, I need to look at some of these games. That's why when we go to commercial next time, I'm going to pull up my screen and we can look at some of these. Where is? Oh, there it is. Okay. Expected in a year after that, but just couldn't make it happen. Yeah, I know. Like that. That's why it was surprising. Is just kind of fell off. That. Thought that was a block in the back, but they're not going to call it. Man, it is slippery. You see him slide. It's quite slippery on the pitch. Oh, that was like an Australian accent. Slippery on the pitch. In it. That's like British, but anyway. Man, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech has they've like an option offense, right? Yeah, so they're in pistol right now. Here comes another motion. They're going to just run it up the middle. Good Lord, dude. These defenses are getting carved up. Baylor had Utah beat last year until that fourth quarter meltdown. Oh, yeah. I forgot. Hold on. Yeah, I forgot they played last year in Waco. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Touchdown. Nope. He's short. There we go. Yeah, he's running. This is like wildcat for them. Yep. There it is. Touchdown. Man, it's a good game to start. This is a good game. We do. Yeah, no defense at all. You think Kansas State? Yeah, Oklahoma State, Kansas State. Yeah, I think there's a very real possibility that it is a maybe not quite both teams in the top 10 matchup that week, but I think probably one of us is going to be in the top 10 or close to it. I think it's going to be potentially an 8 versus number 12 matchup. So who wins? Arizona, K-State. in Manhattan, K-State. Yeah, I think, like, personally, my picks to go to the Big 12 championship are going to be, I honestly think if we are able to stay healthy, Oklahoma State will make the Big 12 championship. The second team, it's a toss-up between K-State and Utah, honestly. And I like K-State, honestly, just because they're gritty. They're just tough. They're just a team that, you know, they play fundamental football and they don't make big mistakes. Utah can do that a little bit. Here, let me pull up the schedule here. Let's do this. All right, so you can only let me add my 1 second because I'm going to switch back and forth to this really quickly. Boom, that's me. Hello there. Let's go over here. So here's the schedule. Why is this not like even like remotely close to being centered? That's really weird. Fit to screen. There we go. So I'll zoom in and move myself up here. So this is, let me go back here. So here's week 0, and then we got some of the week 1 stuff. Nothing crazy. We got some ranked stuff here, but they're just playing no-name teams, Missouri and Kansas. Utah and Southern Utah. I mean, that's a joke, so there's nothing really going on Thursday, Friday. Temple and OU. I think OU is going to win this game, but man, this 43-point spread is berserk. Like, that's bonkers. Like, I think that's a lot because I just don't know. I don't know that that's going to happen, but yeah, OU's gonna win. But that'll be a good game to watch. Nothing really else. You got TCU and Stanford. That's probably the game of the night on Friday. They've only got a 9-point spread on TCU, which is, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. Sorry, just checking to see if the game was on there. Got to be careful. I don't show my screen, otherwise I'll get banned. Then we got Saturday. Next Saturday is got a lot of good ones. Clemson, Georgia. That's, I think, going to be, Georgia's going to win, but I think it's going to be a good game. Penn State, West Virginia, sneaky good game. West Virginia, actually, I take back my underrated team. West Virginia is my underrated team. They're getting like no respect at all. They should be getting some respect. They're getting none. So this could be a close game. Penn State's only 8.5 point favorite. Illinois State, Iowa. This is nothing here. OSU and South Dakota State. We're 9.5 point favorites. I don't have the warm and fuzzies about it, but I think some people are freaking out. So, anyway, let me go back to that. We're back. So.
Earlier about DJU throughout his career being consistent. You've seen some really good. This last year at Oregon State, it's a play action bootleg defender in his face
K-State's gonna be a problem. Yeah, I 100% agree. What are the other games? Florida, Miami. Miami is at Florida, and they're 3-point favorites. That's going to be an electric game. You know, there's just 2 Florida teams. I mean, you've got, I think Game Day said that they're going already to Notre Dame and A&M. I've got Notre Dame winning that, but that should be a good game. Oh my gosh, nobody knows how to tackle, clearly. Jeez. No defense whatsoever. And I know there was more. Second. Oh yeah, USC LSU. That's on Sunday. I'm excited for that. I'm glad that they have that on Sunday. That's nice. So, a little bit of a, you basically have college football Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It's awesome. Finally, some defense. Defense has been non-existent, dude. What happened to Stanford? Time. He should have committed to that. He didn't really. He was kind of like holding the ball like this. He should have just freaking go downhill. Like if you're gonna go downhill.
That can win one-on-one for Georgia Tech. Who's the guy they can rely on to consistently get pressure?
First third down faced by either team today.
Wow.
3rd and 5. TJU gets it complete.
Nobody can tackle. Nobody can tackle. It's so bad. Oh my god. This defense really is non-existent. It's kind of crazy.
Wide receiver in the slot, just running a simple little drag over the middle of the field. Not the most accurate throw. That's a tough catch with the defender right behind him, but his ability and his speed, he really is a big weapon.
Quick to the line. EJ gets it out a low throw to the 45-yard line, looking for Malik.
I don't know why they're passing, really. I mean, they've been running the ball great, so I don't know why they switched that up. I don't see a reason to change. But they're passing it a lot, and it's also not. It's not a great day to pass because it's raining. Oh, another dude. That's like the 5th, like jet sweep-esque play that we've seen. Barely wore OSU logo on the helmet last year. Yeah, we did. We didn't very much. So we did a lot of the script Cowboys. See if we do a little bit more.
Great lineage there. Florida State fans will be very aware of because of who his father was. Devontae Brown at Miami and UCF before that. A lot of different positions. Mike Norvell, he went after to try and reload what was lost from last season.
They're in single back now. Another jet sweep motion. Yeah, he dropped it because it's freaking raining. Why are you passing? I don't know why they're passing. Like.
Well, you just wonder if that's first game nerves, right? This is a guy who's highly recruited, the number 5 ranked running back.
Like why are you running, or why aren't you running the ball? Like they were both carving each other up with the run. Like why are Florida State, why are they switching to just pass? They're really stacking the box. Only got 6 guys in the box. Like you can deal with that. You can run against that. They're creeping up a guy. There's a counter.
It's a good run fit that time. Just met in the hole by Kyle Eford.
So Georgia Tech.
Another 3rd down. Let's see if defense exists in the ACC or not.
Giving up only 19 points a game, but his big value is on 3rd down. He's got a lot of exotic looks. He comes from the Mike Elko school.
Can't believe SMU is in the ACC now. That still doesn't seem. It seems like a fever dream. You know, like you wake up, you're like, oh wait, SMU isn't in the ACC. That makes no sense. 4th down. First flag of the season. $20 says it's holding. Yes, I won $20. I don't think we're going away from the OSU logo on the helmet. I think honestly it's just like a week by week decision, and I know that they have to plan out the jerseys and combinations and stuff a long time in advance because you got to get that stuff set up. You got to get it ordered. Like, you know, you can't just order like, hey, give me 120 Cowboys stickers for helmets. Dude almost accepted the penalty even though it was 4th down. That would have been insane. That would have been hilarious, actually. I don't think we're going away from it. I don't think we should. It's definitely our most identifiable logo. We should do it, but I think also you kind of have to you know, you have to like scatter it. Like you have to do, you don't want to do like back to back the same thing. You kind of want to just keep the uniforms exciting because that's kind of just like a thing that Oklahoma State's tried to do. And they've done a really good job at. But yeah, I didn't realize that we only wore it a couple times. But now that you mention it, that's right. Didn't get it. Wow, defense does exist.
It's a really good decision by DJU because there was a free blitzer. He was hot, and he went to his right target and Toafili, but it's a better tackle by Amari Harvey, the Auburn transfer cornerback in space. That's just a tackle you've got to make. Comes up with a huge stop. Georgia Tech's going to start with some pretty good field position, Joe.
Nice. What I should do is I should just move this.
I'm lucky. I found the one thing.
So let's look at these other. I want to look at how do I filter here. Wait, there you go. See how to filter. Wanted to look up like this is by conference schedules. Let's see like the top 25, kind of see what the best games are, which is rankings. Rankings. Here, let's hit week 2. Okay. Oh yeah, week 2. I forgot about this game. Texas and Michigan. That's gonna be awesome. That's when we play Arkansas. So we'll actually be competing with Texas, Michigan for viewership, which kind of sucks, but I will be at this game. I'm excited for that. Let's see what else we've got here. Not seeing a ton of great matchups. Pitt and Cincy could be good. Baylor and Utah. Oh yeah, there you go. Like you said, week 2 at Utah. Iowa State, Iowa. That's always a good game. Iowa just owns Iowa State, it seems like. Iowa State needs to figure out how to win that. Nothing else is really jumping out at me. Is like, oh wow, I need to watch this. Kansas at Illinois. Maybe get a good gut check for how good Kansas is in this game. I don't know how good Illinois is. I mean, they're a Power 4 team, so I think they would be okay. What else? Tennessee, NC State. That will be a great game, and it's at NC State. That is going to be awesome. I'm excited for that. That will be good. That will be a really good game. That's it for week 2. Oh no, just kidding. We've got Texas Tech at Washington State. That could be good. Mississippi State at Arizona State. Get some of these other late games here. All right, let's see. Look at week 3. I know we play Tulsa, and in Tulsa, I wish I could go to that. Arizona K-State on a Friday, a ranked matchup on a Friday. That'll be fun. That should be a very good game. K-State is 8.5-point favorites. That's a lot. I don't know about that. OSU Tulsa, yep. Got a bunch of Oregon State. I hope Oregon State upsets Oregon. That would be amazing. A&M at Florida. Oh, they got some Guinness. I love a good pint of Guinness. Week 3 is a little underwhelming, honestly. They've got a few games. Oh, I almost showed you guys that and got myself in a lot of trouble. Let's not do that. Okay, what happened? It was like all offense in the beginning. Now it's like all defense. Like,
rushing yards a game, but right here, Daniel Lyons, a D tackle, able to get the push through and make the stop.
And Blake Nicholson coming up as well. That's the first play of the game that goes for a loss, Jesse.
you think we play Oregon next season? Oh, is that true? I've got to look that up. We do, yeah. Did not know that. Future Oklahoma State. Yeah. Dude, we play Oregon at home. We play Oregon in Stillwater. Oh my gosh. That's... I don't know how I didn't know that. I was just kidding. I was wrong. We are in Eugene next year. 26, we're at home. I had that flipped. So, sorry about that. They have the... I am looking on this website, and they have, like... It's just not in a very good format. It confused me. Man, we play TU literally for the next 8 years. That's actually kind of crazy.
Settling down a little bit. Obviously, their first drive, things did not go their way after the big bubble to Malik Rutherford and a 3 and out.
And then Bama. We played Bama at home in 28. Which sounds far, but it's not. It's not far at all. That's a hell of a punt.
Outside the numbers, and it dribbles inside the 25-yard line. Week 0 action is going to continue tonight. We'll have the 10th annual FCS kickoff game at 7 on ESPN. North Alabama, Southeast Missouri State. And then Florida A&M and Norfolk State. Our celebration of HBCUs begins at 7:30 Eastern on ABC.
Yeah, so next year our non-conference is UT Martin at Oregon. So we got to win first week. That's good. The next week at Oregon. That's tough. And then the week after, home against TU. And then in 26, it's at TU, Oregon at home, and then Murray State. So yeah, it's kind of interesting looking forward. Like up till 2028, those are where our non-conference is set up to. We've got scheduled non-conference games through 2028. 2029 is the first one where we have some that are not scheduled yet. Also, didn't know, but we have a home-and-home series with Nebraska scheduled in 2034, 2035. That's so far from now, but didn't know that we had a home-and-home series with Nebraska scheduled. That's pretty cool. I don't know how I missed that. Yeah, Big 12 really seen a lot of innovations from the Big 12 in terms of, like, defense, right? Like, you know, Big 12 used to be spread, you know, score a ton of points, no defense, and so finally there are some guys that started figuring out, like, hey, we're gonna play the 4-2-5, we're gonna play the 3-3-5, you know, we're gonna do these different, like, defenses, and we're gonna have like nickel, but like nickel where that 4D lineman is really like a flex linebacker that kind of steps up. Like the Big 12 has really figured out how to fix its own scoring and high scoring game problem. Wow, look at Dublin. I want to go to Dublin. That looks awesome. I think if I didn't live in the United States, I'd probably live in Ireland. That would be cool. I live in Canada, but I don't know. Can
I play?
It's gonna be cold.
Can I try?
Why are we listening to this commercial? Okay. Yeah, here's that what I was talking about earlier. These are the future non-conference. So we've got this year. This is why I thought we played Oregon at home next year. I thought it was like going down, and then I read the year. So next year, UT Martin at Oregon, TU at home, and then we've got 26 at TU again, and then Oregon, Oregon State. But look, Tulsa is on here. TU, up through 2031. That's just awesome. I love to see that. Because basically, it's like a home football game, you know. I mean, no offense to TU, but and I would be. The awesome thing is, it's just like it's another game for me who lives in Tulsa that, like, I can go to that, you know. Like, I can go to feasibly, like, this year, 2026, I can go to literally all of these games. 24, I wish that was the case, but I've got some stuff going on next weekend. Which sucks. I'm actually not going to be able to watch the game next weekend while it's happening, and I'm very bummed about that. So I'm going to have to, like, watch it on my phone or something, and hope that things don't get too crazy. But like I said, I really do believe that it's not as, like, the South Dakota State game isn't as gonna be as close as the line says. I think we'll probably win by 2 or 3 touchdowns. Just because South Dakota State, they're only bringing back like 4 players total. Everybody else has graduated. That, you know, and those guys that have won the championships are gone except for those 4 dudes. So they got a lot of people to refill, and it's really hard to do that. It's hard to do that in the FBS, much less the FCS, even if you're the top program, or one of the top programs. So I hope it doesn't get close, though, because, like, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be like so torn. It's gonna be so hard to not be able to watch it. But SEC defense has been overrated last couple years, other than Georgia and Bama. Yeah, I think so. I think that, you know, like Texas, well, and even Georgia and Bama, I think that they're, you know, they've kind of, you know, they got good players and stuff, but there are different things that you can do to counter different types of defenses. And so I think if you get a talented offense that is, you know, that is a certain style, that you can, you know, you can score on Georgia or Bama. You know, Georgia had a couple very close games last year. So, yeah, I don't think the era of, you know, just them like being dominant is really like gonna keep going.
The first drive we had, we were able to establish the run, and, you know, then we get knocked back there and get a TFL, and now you're behind the sticks, and then the other side of the ball. All right, we got to take a deep breath. All right, play our assignment, get a line correctly, play our assignment, and finish with the ball carrier. You know, majority of the big plays they've had have been bust by us. Just small little adjustments we got to make within the scheme. So take a deep breath, settle down, and go play football.
Thank you.
All right.
Get some audio from one of his coaches talking to his headset. Said something, same play as last year, they just ran the screen off of it. Do you guys hear that?
Yeah, it was another nice job by Powell Lee at safety, playing downhill, now setting up 3rd in California, really. And again, an area last year where Georgia Tech really struggled in these situations was getting pressure on the quarterback and trying to disrupt their rhythm. And we talked about Tyler Santos.
3rd and 15.
He's got a lot of different funky looks. You see a lot of people at the line of scrimmage. Some have their hands down, some don't. DJU's got to be careful here.
3rd and 15 locally is referred to as 3rd and Limerick.
And he's sacked.
Pressure and taken down. That
Right.
was Romello.
Right tackle sucks.
A penalty marker comes in at the end of that play.
What's that flag for?
The elite talent they want to see off the edge from height.
He's a transfer from USC. He's the guy.
Face mask.
Oh no.
15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
That
It's
sucks.
going to go the other way as a first down Florida State with the face mask.
I want to see this.
He's the guy that they think can be the dude.
Oh yeah, that's a face mask, dude. Yeah, that's a good call. Man, that sucks, man. He just didn't have to do that. He really didn't. We would have been so good in 2022 if it wasn't for injury. Oh my God, I know. Yeah, 2022 was an injury year, and you have that sometimes. You know, really last year, you know, we had injuries, but it was they were tolerable injuries, right? So injuries play such a big part of this, and so it's like it's so hard to pick teams to win because you don't know what injuries are going to happen. Oh, a little slip screen. Oh, on the tightrope. That was a big run.
Well, the screen game really is a big part of Mike Norvell's offense, and that time really good patience by Roydale Williams, selling like it's going to be pass. It's looking like it's a play action. He's going to pass block. He's able to let those D linemen get up the field and behind him, and then out in the open field, just good, strong running down the sideline.
Tyler Santucci, defensive coordinator, upset. Tay Seymour with the missed tackle. DJ gets it out quickly. This is Jalen Brown, who's tied up right away. Jalen Brown, the transfer from LSU. Zeke Wiggers getting out in space to make the tackle.
Well, I think one of the best recruiting jobs that Brenke had at head coach was bringing in that guy right there. It's not just high school talent and people out of the portal. A lot of people thought Tyler Santucci was going to follow Mike Elko from Duke over to Texas A&M. Brenke convinced him to come be his defensive coordinator, and that really could be the defense, Joe. A big piece to the puzzle this year. Last year, their offense was prolific. Defensively, though, they struggled. If they can just get marginally better, they believe they can compete for a conference title.
There we go.
For the Broyles Award a year ago.
Come on, DJ. Actually, would like, I mean, you know, I want Georgia Tech to win. Just because by default, OSU will move up if we win. So I guess I should just be rooting for Georgia Tech.
Coming out of the break, the negative plays are kind of what got them in trouble offensively on that last drive. Now on defense, a few minutes ago, you had 3rd and long. It looks like you're going to get a sack.
Sliding down in my seat.
Instead, it keeps the drive alive, and because of that, Florida State here knocking on the door.
They're down in 2. DJU.
Gonna keep it, and he's gonna suck.
That was a big-time play again from Harvey.
That was
Remember,
big.
he had the 4th down stop earlier for Santucci's defense.
Well, he had some offensive linemen slipping and sliding. The big key against a 250-pound quarterback is you don't want to let him get going downhill. And that time, Georgia Tech able to stymie him up front. And
Yeah, that was good defense.
Inside there by Amari Harvey. You saw him make a great
Georgia Tech is
tackle.
playing this
The
game
last
close.
possession, that time making a big
Whoa.
stop in the backfield.
As far as this field goal, 52.
For Ryan Fitzgerald, he scored
90% last year.
points last year. This a 52-yard attempt from Fitzgerald.
Nailed it.
And he's able to drill it.
11-7. Wild score. The 7's normal. 11 and the 8.
To make it 11-7. The big leg, well strung.
Man, he almost got it blocked there.
And in from 52 out.
Wow.
Nolan's on top by 4.
What was your favorite Oklahoma State season? 2011. Oh, yeah. Man. You know, 2011 was filled with the most heartbreak, I feel like. 21 wasn't far behind, but I just remember beating OU in 21. That game was probably my favorite game of all time that I've ever watched. It was just euphoric. I think I said that the other day on a stream, but that was like that game was so over. Not to say that like the Fiesta Bowl against Stanford, that was really good, obviously, when they were, you know, as good as they were back then. But really, I felt like we got snubbed in 11, so it's hard to get over that. I mean, really, at least in 21, it was, we did it to ourselves. So yeah, it's a toss-up. Both of those seasons, I think, are going to go down as like some of the best ever. Obviously, in 2011, we got the Big 12 title, at least. That's the big difference. So we gotta get back to it. We have to. I mean, now that Oklahoma and Texas are gone, like we have to step up. Like, this is our opportunity to own it, and we've got to do that. And really, if you look historically at like the other teams in the conference, historically we've done pretty well against them. K-State, we usually, trade games with them. Baylor, we've done all right against them. They've beaten us a couple times. Iowa State, they've been a thorn in our side for sure. But and Kansas is a lot better than they have been. So, and I think honestly we have a good schedule. We could have a worse schedule. Like, our schedule is kind of front heavy. But that's good. I actually like it like that. Yeah, 2011 is it's got to be the greatest season in Oklahoma State history for sure. But in terms of like I didn't go to I wish I would have gone to the Bedlam game in 2011. I actually had an opportunity because my buddy had, like, his dad got a ticket and I was busy or something. I can't remember. It was a long time ago, but that would have been awesome to go to that, because then there was a picture of my buddy and his brother. They were like on the goalpost, after they won. After we won, I mean, so. Oh, we're back. I need to unmute. Sorry.
For the touchdown on the post. All this misdirection and pre-snap shifts and motions, it forces defenses to have to play with great eye discipline. You've got to find the football. If you don't, it gets run right by you. It gets thrown over your head. I think that's a big challenge for this Florida State defense throughout this game.
Ryan Fitzgerald just hit the 52-yarder as he kicks away here. And Christian Larry will not get an opportunity on the return. Georgia Tech offense, they were committed to the run, productive with the run, rushing.
Wow.
The defense was giving up a lot. Thus,
first and then
I
last.
think that's why they're excited about this season, is because from the offense, 83% of that production comes back. They feel like they can take the next step offensively in the second year under offensive coordinator and play caller Buster Faulkner's system. You see Buster Faulkner there. He's on the left-hand side. Really, really clever offensive mind. And it's going to be important throughout the course of this game against the athleticism they're facing that they're able to keep using this misdirection to put Florida State on their heels.
Buster, of course, a two-time national champion on that Georgia staff.
What was that, dude? He's running a comeback route.
Was the intended target?
He did a spin there. Missed him.
This schedule from Georgia Tech, Joe, I mean, it's the toughest in the ACC. It's ridiculous. You got 11 teams on the schedule that were in bowl games a year ago.
Underrated season.
Georgia, and they have so many games away from Bobby Dodd Stadium. I mean, they've got their work cut out for them.
Man, I would think it would have to be one of the Mason Rudolph years. That was when I was at OSU going to school.
Very good at a year ago is just drop back passing without the play action. When the defense knew they were going to throw it, accuracy not always great.
Let me see.
Decision making not only.
I've got to go back and remember.
Separate wasn't always there. They have got to be better in that department. And here's a perfect example here. And this down and distance.
If we would have just beat OU one of those years, but we didn't, except 2014. But 2014, besides beating OU, was so forgettable, right? It was just not a good season for us.
Getting through his progression, first receiver not there out of the backfield. You find Chase Lane.
Trying to find, here it is.
On the shallow cross.
see.
Down. Out to the 42.
Yeah, I want to pick.
Left side as he's tackled by Thomas.
Well, Tess, just not sure if you guys noticed, Haynes King keeps bringing his hands up to his ears on his helmet. They were curious to see how the in-helmet communication would hold up in crowd noise. It's been a little bit loud here at Aviva Stadium. It's a bit jarring for quarterbacks, they say, having somebody in their ear relaying a play call while also trying to talk to their teammates at the exact same time. But just as you know,
I'm just looking at the list right now.
I remember when I made the transition from Florida to the NFL, it was
something
that took a lot of getting used to.
I think 13 was, I wouldn't say underrated, but 13 was a lot of potential that year that was squandered. It's kind of like our motif, right? Like you're just squandering potential. I like 17 a lot. That's kind of the one that my gut was telling me. I just wanted to make sure. 17 was with your sitch. We lost to TCU, OU, and K-State. Went to the Camping World Bowl, won that, and that was, I believe, is that Rudolph's last year? Yeah, it was. Yeah. I just had a lot of feelings. 2010 is also a good pick. I was gonna say that. Like me personally, you know, I kind of started going to school right when Rudolph started playing, and then, you know, it was about to graduate when Rudolph was kind of leaving, and so I was, you know, really cheering him on a lot. You know, that was the years that I was in school. My first year at OSU was 2015, fall of 2015. It's crazy that that's like 9 years ago now. Let's go Georgia Tech. Yeah, fall forward. That's all we need. We need some hard-nosed kids that fall forward.
And a good job again from the transfer tight end Jackson Hawes as he got that seal on the outside. Set a couple key blocks early on here. This rushing attack from Georgia Tech picking right back up. See their ACC ranks a year ago. 12 yards there for King. Jackson Hawes, transfer from Yale, played for Tony Reno up in New Haven. Alexander now testing the right side. Spin.
Oh, good spin move. What a spin move. The 2018 team, man, dude. That team, that was a roller coaster of emotions that year, dude. We would go, I mean, that was the year we beat Texas. I was there for that year, too, in college. I remember, I've never had highs so high and lows so low. Like, we had a lot of games that we just fell apart in. Should have won Bedlam that year if Corndog hadn't have thrown it at the ankles of Tylan Wallace and made it literally uncatchable on that attempt for 2. I'll never forget that. I remember watching that at the garage in Stillwater with some of my buddies, and we're like, oh my god, I can't believe that just happened. But storming the field against Texas, I was like on ESPN. I actually just watched the replay the other day because I was like, one of my family members had sent me a picture right after it happened, and I was me on ESPN with like Justice Hill and stuff, and I watched it back again and like just relived it, saw myself again in the huddle, which is pretty cool. After he stormed the field, that was the first time I ever got to storm the field at Boone Pickens, so that I will remember that for a long time, because I think there was a lot of years prior that I was like, man, you know, if we beat OU, we'll storm the field, right? Like, if we beat OU, and we had some big wins, but like in the years that I would, like from 2015 to 2018 leading up to that, some big wins at home against ranked opponents, but it was just sort of like, oh wow, it's a big win, right? It wasn't like, man, you just knocked off your bitter rival OU. You know, in the other years that we had beat Texas at home, that was a good run. The other years that we had beaten Texas at home, like, they hadn't been ranked, and so it was like, okay, you beat Texas, great, but, you know, they're not ranked. That year in 2018, I think they were like number 6, if I can't, not, if I'm remembering right, but, yeah, I think 2018, then we ended up winning, I think, the Liberty Bowl, question mark, sounds right. This year that we played Missouri, I think. So Corn Dog was, you know, he was a very bipolar quarterback. He would either be like the best quarterback you've ever seen against like we definitely played up to competition. I have never ever seen us play up to competition more than we did that year. Played up and played down to competition. We would play really, I mean, we played really good against OU. We played really good against Texas. We beat them. We played really good against some of these other teams. And then we would go and play some team that we're going to walk all over and lose. And it was like, what the heck are we doing? We had a little bit of that last year. We had a little bit of a hangover after beating OU last year, too. Let me see. That year, 2018, we beat Boise State. Yeah, this is it. So we beat Boise State. That was a crazy game. At home, I was there for that. The one in Boise, actually, sorry, I was thinking of the one in Boise. That one wasn't that crazy. Then we go and lose to Texas Tech the next week. Texas Tech was not good that year. Texas Tech, their record was 5-7. We lost to them. Then we beat Kansas, great. Then we play Iowa State. I remember this one. And we lost to Iowa State, and they were a bad team too. They were 8-5, so they were I guess better than average, but they weren't like touchdown. They weren't that great. Georgia Tech, Yellow Jackets, let's go. I don't know, what did they do? What's the Yellow Jackets do? Do they have like a hand wave? No, that dude was doing that. I don't think that's real. I don't think they do that. Okay, looking back at 2018. Then we played then we played K-State. K-State was bad that year. They were at 5-7. Lost to them. What the hell? Baylor. Excuse me, Baylor. Oh, yeah. Baylor barely had a winning record. They were 7-6. And then OU, obviously they were good. They were 12-2. But we lost by 1 point, 48-47. And in a game that we should have won. Again, we went for 2 to win the game and didn't get it. So we should have gotten it. He was open. Then 2018 against TCU. And TCU was 7-6. So we literally lost to teams that were like right at 500. So, yeah, it was a weird year. Yeah, we had a couple chances to beat OU and just didn't, over the years, and we just squandered it. And, that's what we get, I guess. Looking at some other things here. Oh, hey, underrated season, 1945. Duh, that's the easy answer, right? That's the season we went undefeated. So, but I don't really remember that. I wasn't really around for that. So, yeah. looking at some other ones here. Yeah, I think 2010 is it's a good one. Man, I can't believe our uniforms were so gaudy back then. Like, oh, they're so ugly. I'm sure they'll be nice and vintage in due time, but they're ugly right now. I am glad we beat them 2 out of the last 3 years too. That's big. Oh man, what a day. What a day. How, I don't even know how far are we through this game. Oh, it's almost halftime. Awesome.
College Football Classic is
Here we
brought
go.
to you by Bank of America.
I think at halftime, I said I was going to stream the game. I had some things that come up that I probably need to do. So I think we'll watch through to halftime and then probably call it. And I mean, I'm going to keep watching it and tweeting at it, but it's just hard for me to sit here and I've got some other stuff to do around the house.
Where Georgia Tech and this offense has been doing their thing with all the variety to get a 14-11 lead on this top 10 Florida State team. So glad you're with us to start the college football season. Joe Tessitore, Jesse Palmer, Katie George, the new look of the sport.
Yeah, we should have beat them in 2022. That was a coaching botch, to be honest.
And then, of course, we will head into our ESPN ABC college football next week. Thursday night, got North Dakota State, Colorado on ESPN. Temple and Oklahoma, Friday on
Temple and OU.
Saturday, how about this triple header?
Yeah.
Clemson, Georgia on ABC. Miami and Florida, the first SEC on ABC 3:30 game. And then in prime time, Notre Dame at Texas A&M. All before we get to Sunday in Vegas with USC and LSU.
USC, LSU. Man, I'm so excited. All these games. Week 1 is going to be awesome. I just can't wait to get to October. Like, October is just the best month ever, in my opinion. It's such a good month. There's so many awesome things that happen in October.
Listen, obviously Florida State wants to score here at the end of the half, but they cannot go 3 and out right now, Joe. After their defense was just on the field for almost 8 minutes.
Our favorite primetime game.
It's important that Florida State here is able to matriculate the ball down the field.
I mean, it would either have to be Texas in 18 or OU in 21. I mean, OU in 21 was prime time, so it's got to be that one. Like, that one was just, like I said, it was my favorite game of all time too. I say attend. I didn't really attend. I wasn't in the stadium. I was watching it at Eskimo Joe's though, and we had like a table. Like if you've been to Eskimo Joe's, you walk in, you have like that bench, and then the host stand is to the left. We had the table on the opposite side of the bench, so we were like in the middle of Joe's, and there was a lot of OU fans. I'd say there was 30% OU fans at Joe's watching it, and so it was just such an emotional back and forth game. And when we finally beat them, it was just amazing. Yeah, that one was prime time. Oh, 2011 against Baylor was good. Or not 2011, 2013, right? Hold on. I think it was 2013. Yeah, number 10 versus number 4. Yeah. We beat Baylor. Yeah. And it was that was a good one too. That was also prime time. I forgot about that one. That's definitely a good one.
to track your status?
But yeah, I mean, 21 Bedlam.
They're connecting with the mannequins.
You're doing
just
great, everyone.
goated. I mean,
Scroll, tap, scroll. Ouch! Oh.
last year was great. 21 was better.
We've all been there.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
I overdid it. Like a showboat, I just overdid it.
Like, we really needed to win last year, and I'm glad we did.
Walmart presents the runway show of the year. Watch and shop, school style decoded. Welcome to your Walmart.
Rated T for teen.
These are dangerous times. The world here belongs to the syndicates.
I'm excited for the Star Wars Outlaws game. Comes out in like less than a week. I'm excited to see, you know, how the gameplay is. Very fun. I'm definitely like an old school Star Wars fan. Like prequels and the original trilogy. Sequels were not. 7 and 8 were okay. 9 was the worst thing I've ever seen. So after that, they kind of lost me. But I do enjoy me some Star Wars games. So I'll probably be playing that. That was a good question though. Favorite Oklahoma State primetime game. That is a good one. Hopefully, like I said, I think it's possible. Like let me look to see what it looks like the week we play K-State this year. I think that one has potential for us. Is that week 5? I think it's week 5. Let me pull my screen over here. So week 5. Yeah. So it's 17 and 18 right now. K-State favored in Manhattan, at Manhattan. Looking for other matchups. Utah, Arizona would be good. I want to see if there's a chance that we get game day, basically, just by looking at this. Obviously, this is assuming a lot. It's assuming that we don't, that neither team like has some bad loss before then. You know, it would rely on both teams like winning up to this point. I'm not seeing anything. Wow, are we the only ranked matchup that week? That and Utah, Arizona. That's it. All these other games, Mississippi State, Texas. Oh, Oregon, UCLA. Oh, that's not ranked though. Ohio State, Michigan State. We're like one of only 2. So got a good chance to get game day. Unfortunately, that would mean it would be in Manhattan, so not ideal. But you know, if it was in Stillwater, I might be a little bit more excited. It's like I almost hope you don't get game day when it's an away game. You know, you're just like, no, please don't.
But you got to give credit to Georgia Tech up front for shutting that down. That's important here, though, because they still have 3 timeouts in their back pocket in this 2-minute situation, which means run plays are still very, very alive.
Still going to gaming, like streaming. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I plan to do that. Like especially on away games, if I don't have anything going on, like if I'm just gonna be here watching the game, then I'd love, especially if it's an Oklahoma State game, to stream like this and watch it together. That would be great. Might have to try to censor myself a little bit. But yeah, I still have my series on College Football Dynasty going on and College Football 25. So yeah, I plan on keeping that going too. I definitely need to get like a regular stream schedule. It's just very hard with work. Like, oh man. Oh wow. Like sometimes I don't know if this is going to be offensive or defensive. You know, sometimes like I just have a long day. I'm like, man, I don't want to do anything.
Showing you the incredible versatility, stretching the field. They had him 1-on-1 never turns around to locate the football, and oftentimes that's an indicator for referees. Throw PI. Now, my question on that play, Joe, was the ball even catchable?
Yeah, it's not really a very good PI.
It's supposed to be PI. I don't think either player at that time located it, knew where it was.
That was a weak PI call. 30 seconds to halftime. Think they score here? I think they at least get a field goal. They've got 3 timeouts. They need to get, what, like 7 yards to make a decently makeable field goal? Oh, holding call, though. Uh-oh.
Tried to go back shoulder downfield as he was looking to try to connect with Jalen Lucas, but they're going to walk this back.
Yeah, they're going to get a hold on Jeremiah Byers, right tackle that time, who just got bull rushed on the right side of the offensive line. I've been impressed. Georgia Tech's pass rush already looks way better than it was a year ago.
Yeah, Georgia Tech's looking solid against Florida State. It's also important to remember this is an ACC game, so like expect it to be close.
Holding offense number 76 is accepted. 10-yard penalty, first down.
First Florida State penalty of the game.
Well, the problem with Florida State in that penalty is that you've got one of the best kickers in the country in Ryan Fitzgerald. What did he kick, Joe, earlier? 52-yard field goal, career high. So you're now knocking yourself out of field goal range, and what's a 3-point game?
Yeah, they need to get in the field goal range. Tie it up. That was a good play. Just call timeout. 15 seconds. They probably just need another play like that, and then they'll be in field goal range. Right now, it's like a, what, 60-yard field goal?
After a short break, and then a return here from magnificent Dublin, Ireland.
For people who feel limited by the unpredictability of generalized myasthenia gravis and who are anti-ACHR antibody positive, season to season, Ultomiris is continuous symptom control with improvement in activities of daily living. It is reduced muscle weakness. And Ultomiris is the only long-acting GMG treatment with the freedom of just 6 to 7 infusions per year for a predictable routine I can count on.
Ultomiris can lower your immune system's ability to fight infections, increasing your chance of serious meningococcal infections, which
Mike
may
Gundy
become
is an
life-threatening or
underrated
fatal, and other
coach.
types of infections. Complete or update your
that is
meningococcal vaccines at least 2 weeks before
very
starting
true.
Ultomiris. If
It's good to be
Ultomiris is urgent,
underrated,
you
though.
should also receive antibiotics with your vaccine.
This year,
Before
very
starting
good to be
Ultomiris,
underrated. I
tell
think
your
we're
doctor about all of your medical conditions
we're
and medications.
a
Ultomiris
lot
can
better
cause
than
reactions such as
we're
back
getting
pain,
credit
tiredness,
for right now,
dizziness,
which is good. That means that these guys are going to come in with a chip on their
Ultomiris
shoulder. It's not going to be like 2017, because 2017, you know, we were on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and it was like Oklahoma State's going to be in the playoff, all this stuff. It was like too much hype. And then what happened? You know, we go to the Camping World Bowl, and you know, that was, like I said, that was good. That season was good. We just had a lot of expectations going into it. Like I think the highest expectations have ever been, maybe sans 2012 or 2013. But you know, going into those seasons, even you like, well, you don't have Brandon Weeden, so it's not like going into 17. You have this senior quarterback, a lot of senior guys that made it.
Get 2.9% APR for 72 months on a new Super
Made it so that way people thought that we could do it, but yeah, I think I'm fine being slept on for right now. Don't need to get the guys to get a head, you know, like a big head. I think we're rated right where I'm comfortable doing, like just getting enough respect, a little bit of respect, right, enough that it's not insulting. You know, we're in the middle of the playoff, or of the playoff of the AP poll. So there's some teams that are fit frauds in front that they're gonna lose at some point. Like Notre Dame, they've got an awful schedule. Like they've got to play. Hold on, I gotta look at this up. I remember looking at this recently, and it was like, oh my goodness. We got to play A&M obviously, that's next week. Honestly, the next couple weeks, not terrible. They have to go to Purdue. I don't know how good Purdue is. Then they play Florida State, USC. Actually, I take that back. This is not what I thought it was. This is not that bad of a schedule. They usually have a worse schedule. Who was I thinking of? I was thinking of a different team. Probably some SEC team or Big Ten team.
Florida State is trying to put him in position again with 15 seconds remaining and 2 timeouts with the ball on the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it happened in 2020. It happened in 2021. I mean, like, we went to the Big 12 title. Should have won the Big 12 title. Nobody picked us at the beginning of the season. Nobody. Like, I want to see the preseason.
2 timeouts, 2nd and 10. Plenty of real estate and time to work with because of the timeouts.
Preseason of 2021.
And that ball was thrown to the outside.
Okay. Preseason of 2021. Oklahoma State was not in the top 25 preseason. Is this right? Where's OU? OU's not in here either? Wow, were they that bad? Is this right? What am I looking at? Hold on. Yeah, this is right. Wow.
96 yards. See how they manage these last 9 seconds with the timeouts in the
And then we didn't get, let's see, Oklahoma State. Yeah, we finished the year at number 7 in the country. So
he is tracked down. That was well defended by Tay Seymour.
yeah, we were not even in the top 25. So no, Spencer is out of eligibility now. I think he's just like a free agent or something. I don't know. He's I think he's done. His college career is done.
And this is going to be a bomb of an attempt. Wow. What do you got? 58, 59?
Yeah, he
where the holder is going to mark it.
Look, I love Spencer, but he made a bad decision from doing what, leaving. I mean, I know that, I don't know. I don't think that we handled it the best on OSU's end. Like, it sounded like Casey Dunn was just like, all right, leave, which was not how you should treat your players. Like, you know, I think we're just kind of getting used to it. But that was a bad decision, bad career move for him. If he would have stayed and played another year at OSU, then, I mean, that 2022, you know, that was the year.
Their first time out of the half, 30-second timeout.
Fitzgerald.
I'm gonna pull this up.
Of 90.5% a year ago, was 7th best in the nation. We told you earlier today, he just went after it. And what I love about how he hit this 52-yarder, Jesse, is he did not change his form. That's his normal kick.
Oh wait, the 2022. Oh, it's like semantics, but yeah.
Just good tempo going through it. Just let the toe do the work.
Was that you this week out at?
You know, we'll get to that a little bit later. Time and time
Yeah,
again.
I mean, he should have just stuck around.
You know, it's for Fitzgerald again. One of the best.
Then we would have had him last year at the same time. Maybe Alan Bowman wouldn't have come here last year. So I don't know. It all works out in the end. How long is this field goal? 59 yards. He had enough juice on it last time. I think he can make this. Oh, yeah. I think he got it. Nailed it, dude. Nailed it. What a... Dude, 59-yard field goal. Good God. That guy is good. Dude, he's doing the swagger walk. You see it? He did the swagger walk.
A 59-yard field goal from Ryan Fitzgerald.
Wow. He had, like, more on it, too. They could have got, like, a... Let's see. Let's see this. Oh my God. That could have been a 60. That could have probably been. He probably would have made that if it was from 63. That's crazy. It's an insane kick. Wow. Okay. Well, thanks for hanging out, guys. Like I said, I'm going to be hanging out on Twitter. I do have some things I have to take care of, so just wanted to hang out for a little bit, chat away. The spaces earlier, I was having some issues with it, and it was not even like launching, and it was crashing on me. I don't know what was going on with that. So if you try to join that, I forgot to mention that off the bat, but sorry, it launched it, and then I created a new one, but it didn't really work. Anyway, yeah, this is a great game. 14-14 at halftime. This kicker's just kicking missiles, so should be a good one in the end. So thanks for hanging out. Like I said, just keep a watch on my feed. Definitely like doing stuff like this, streaming the college football, both the real life and the video game. I really want to kind of grow this part of what I do, and maybe one day can try to do it on Twitter, or whoops, what happened? Or X. There we go. Whatever you want to call it. I still call it Twitter. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll catch you on the flip side, and happy 2024 college football. See ya.